Welcome back, everyone. Heather Mattern here, and today I'm going to be talking about, oh, you can't really see, NaNoWriMo. Yes, I'm insane. I've gone completely crazy and have decided to participate in NaNoWriMo. I have only ever participated 2 years. I participated in 2013 and then again in 2014. I've thought about participating at other times but haven't. So this will be interesting. For those of you who do not know what NaNoWriMo is, it's National Novel Writing Month. So throughout the month of November, all around the globe, people are going to be writing novels. 50,000 words to be exact. In order to win NaNoWriMo, you must complete 50,000 words. That's crazy, especially right now when I'm running a business and I'm homeschooling, and the list goes on and on and on. But you know what? When you're inspired and a story grabs you, like I mentioned in my Q&A a while back, when a story arrives, you gotta chase it. You gotta chase that rabbit down the rabbit hole, because if you don't, it'll leave and you may not ever get it back. So welcome to a bunch of NaNoWriMo videos, starting with this one. NaNoWriMo is officially starting November 1st, so throughout the entire month of November. October is spent preparing and prepping and planning and all of that kind of stuff. So there's actually a hashtag, it's hashtag Preptober, for all of the crazy NaNoWriMo people like myself who spends the entire month getting ready, because you're not allowed to start until November 1st. So you're not supposed to write any words on your novel until you leap in on the 1st. And so I have been spending lots of time prepping. Now, I did want to clarify, because this video is technically about Preptober and sharing how I prep. But I did want to clarify, I am not really... Planning looks different for everyone. So I don't plan out where my novel, like chapter by chapter or outlines. I don't outline my novel, I guess you can say. Prep for me is more about getting inspired and gathering your tools. And so that's what we've been doing throughout October. I say we because we are actually going to be doing this as a family. So we are counting it as homeschooling. My 17-year-old is doing it along with her boyfriend. My 15-year-old is doing it. My 13-year-old is going to participate, and I am going to participate. So my husband probably would if I asked him, but he has work and he provides for the family. So I and all of my children will be participating, and we will be counting it for homeschool in NaNoWriMo. And on top of that, because we are counting it as school, I feel as though I can't just have my children follow certain rules. I mean, I guess I can, but if I'm going to ask them to do something completely crazy, then I have to do it too. So because this is going to be a homeschooling assignment and homeschooling adventure, we are going to be handwriting it. I have never handwritten a novel. I've always typed it out, but I am a big journal person, so we will see how it goes. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I feel as though if I ask them to handwrite their novel, then I too need to handwrite my novel. So that will be an adventure. So you can see here that I've created a 2017 NaNoWriMo bullet journal. And so I will do an official flip of this probably as we get closer. I'm debating if I should do that right now. Also, I typically do a video a week, but I may be doing more during NaNoWriMo. So we're going to have to see how the structure and all of that ends up being. So I just wanted to share that, like I said, I don't outline. I'll share a little bit of this with you. It won't be an official flip, but maybe I should share my index. So basically, the way that I prepare and plan, I have an idea that comes to me. And so I didn't have to look for an idea. An idea was already there. And it actually started out where it was not going to be a fiction novel, but then my idea of I was going to be writing a different project. Actually, it's the same project, but I was going to be doing it differently. And then it just kind of morphed. And Stephen King talks about ideas and mentions them as though they're like strainers. You think of a strainer and you get your idea, and instead of just leaping right away into it, let it sit there and kind of shake it around. Let it get, how did he put it? I'm totally going to be saying it wrong. But just let it sit there, and all the stuff that doesn't need to be there will fall through. And then what's left is the story that you're meant to tell. And so for me, my project started with an idea that was like a little seed, and then as I sat with it and as I explored it and started dreaming about it, it shifted and it changed, and a bunch of the stuff I was planning just kind of fell through the holes in the strainer, and now I'm left with this beautiful like idea that I'm so excited about, and my excitement just continues to grow. I did say dreaming because I do feel like dreaming is a huge part of NaNoWriMo. So, and it's one of my favorite parts, which I'll probably go into a little bit more, but just to like picture your idea as though it's like a movie playing in your head and see where it takes you. Super cool. If you guys have not done that like exercise or that prompt, it's super awesome. So yeah, what I do for my planning is really not planning. It's really, I'll show you guys. I have write-a-thon notes and ideas because I'm actually going to be doing a write-a-thon with one of my really good friends on midnight of NaNoWriMo. So I will be going from midnight to 7 a.m. writing, and she lives in Australia, and so she's actually going to be going from, I think it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 9. I think that's right. I don't know. Yes, from 2 p.m. to 9. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So I have notes and ideas for that with her, because we actually, it's one of the rare times that we get to catch each other online. And so we do live videos with each other during our readathons. This is the first time we're actually doing a write-a-thon, so it's going to be fun. Then I have NaNoWriMo YouTube ideas. I did a NaNoWriMo pen test so that I could pick out what pen I wanted to use to write my novel. And I actually took my daughter with me, so that's like her. She did some pen testing in there too. I have my checklist for Preptober. I did some notes on plotting. This is the snowflake method. This is the index method for planning your novel. I'm not going to use either. I may use some of the snowflake because I love that you have one sentence and then you also do like the summary, and I love that idea. I have notes from my favorite writers. So Ksenia Anske, her blog is super inspiring. So I took some notes on writing from her. Got some notes from Stephen King, Ray Bradbury, writers on writing, just random writers. Notes from the book Writing Down the Bones. So this is not like, what I'm showing you is that this is not me outlining my novel. This is getting excited and getting inspired. I have a list for when in need of a break and or when in need of writing inspiration. These always do it. And so I've got a list for if I get stuck with things like Stephen King on YouTube. Go to your YouTube writing playlist, which is what I created, a YouTube writing playlist. Ksenia Anske's blog and all her writing. Ray Bradbury's writing book, Zen and the Art of Writing. Read poetry, take a bath, go outside and journal. Ask Everest to hold up the mirror, write down the compliments, keep them close, collect them. Take a break and read some fiction. Go for a walk. Take a photo exploration. Capture beauty. So I have like, this is prep for me. So it's not, let's sit down. And this is, like I said, it's different for everyone. But for me, it does not look like, let me outline my novel. For me, NaNoWriMo prep is about getting in the right space and preparing myself for what's going to come. So a couple other ideas. I have books for the journey, and I have, this one is to read and ones I've already read, and I have the nonfiction adventures, and then I have the fiction adventures. And so it's a book list. A few of my favorite books and why. So I wrote down, these are some of my favorite books and why I like them, just to start brainstorming and see, you know, what are the dots? Like, how are they connected? So yeah, like it's literally, I have favorite first sentences in books I own. A morning routine, an evening routine. I can, I will, and here's why. So just some inspiration. Like, to me, that's what planning is all about for this Preptober as we get ready to dive into NaNoWriMo. I will, as I continue to fill this, because I'm still working on this, I will be doing a flip through, probably maybe next week, like an official flip through, and I'll go into it a little bit deeper. But this is really my announcement that NaNoWriMo is coming and our entire family is diving in. Another really cool thing to do if you are prepping for NaNoWriMo, create a Pinterest board. You can keep it private. It is amazing. Create a Pinterest board, pick your characters. Like, if you see someone you're like, oh, she'd be great as my main character, pin it to your private board. Quotes you like, places. My novel takes place in India, so I have totally been going online and like obsessed with India right now, posting all kinds of things from India. And that's prep. It doesn't necessarily look like outlining to me. To me, it's gathering my materials. It's getting my pen and my notebook and collecting images and collecting, it's gathering. So that's what I want to leave you with. For this Preptober, those of you that are diving into NaNoWriMo, my biggest tip, I've done it 2 years, 2013, 2014, and one, I wrote my 50,000 words. My biggest tip is to gather your materials as you're prepping. And those materials are not just outlines. Those materials are images and dreams. And yes, get a favorite pen. Get like just fun stuff that gets you excited where you just can't wait. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited. And I have a busy November, but I'm so excited. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. And yeah, I will see you back next week, if not sooner. Bye.